Hey legends, welcome back to Always All-Wheel Drive. I come to you from my home. Why is that? I want to cover a topic that I've been meaning to for a long time. It's how to fit a rear differential locker onto your all-wheel drive Ford Territory. So let's get stuck into it. Okay, so there's only one locker available for the SX SY. Unfortunately for the SY2, you are a bit out of luck there. It is called a lunchbox locker in the United States or an auto locker here in Australia. It is made by four-wheel drive systems. The way it works is that it locks both axles under load and unlocks when not under load. It's a real easy, basic thing. However, you got to be conscious of this. Four-wheel drive systems only provides instructions on one type of rear differential carrier. Ford, in the infinite wisdom, actually have two different differential carriers. First of all, what is a carrier? It is where your spider gears in the differential are mounted. There's two different ways of holding those gears basically. Now, four-wheel drive systems, as you can see here, they are very comprehensive on one set of instructions of what I call the open type of rear carrier. It's fairly easy. You take out the spider gears, put in the locker, you measure up anywhere you go. It's a really big opening and it's pretty obvious. What I had and what Keith from Territory Offroad has also run to as well is that there's another type where it's a smaller opening and you have to split it open and then take out the spider gears, fit the locker and measure up. Now, what the instructions don't tell you is for that type of rear differential, you have to shim it. You have to add a tiny shim to bring everything into specifications. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump back into when I was doing the rear differential fitment and we'll listen to what he has to say. Right, so I'm not going to tell you how to actually drop the rear cradle, take out the diff, everything like that. There is a lot of information online around that. More importantly, to actually take the carrier out, I'm going to put a link to Keith's video and the exact part of his diff locker video on when he took out the carrier. So watch his video, he takes you through basically how to get to the stage of this. You're going to get something like this and you can see that there's actually two top halves, whereas most M86 diffs don't have that and they've only got the one part. So what you're going to have to do is that you're going to have to get a flathead and a piece of rag or cloth and gently hammer all around it. Cool. So now that you've taken off the top hat, you actually have to then try to remove the center pin. There's a secondary pin that keeps in your main pin. So just get a Phillips head screwdriver. It actually, a small one fits in perfectly. You hammer it in and then you'll get that pin out. Then you'll be able to push out your main pin. After that, you'll be able to take out all your spider gears and things like that, which again, we're not going to be reusing any of these when you install your auto locker. Whip that all out and you're also going to get a whole bunch of these. You're going to get these shims as well. You're going to have your larger shims and your smaller shims. You can't reuse these. Like there's no point. You're not going to be reusing these at all. So get rid of them. You'll be having some of these. Now bear in mind, some are thick and some are thin. And this is the most crucial part of doing this differential build. Make sure you try and source the thinnest shims you can, because when you install the locker, you'll find that these ones actually don't work at all. The larger mechanical ones, they won't work. Like it just won't work. I tried for hours on my first attempt. It just doesn't work. You have to make sure you can try and obtain these really thin shims. Make sure you have this on hand. This will give you all the specifications that you need. Make sure you have a feeler gauge as well, because you will absolutely need that to make sure that you're measuring all this properly. Build up your shims so that it does make the right clearance. Do a test fit, make sure that it is within spec. Now, my one is 0.160. You can have between 0.145 and 0.165, if I recall correctly. So either way, that's going to be perfect and within that specification. As you can see, put in the shim first, and then you put on the locker. You fit the other side like so, secured by the main locking pin. Then you assemble everything, and you put the top hat back on and you have to secure it like so. Remember, you have to do this every time you remeasure. So there you saw it. That's how you fit a rear differential locker into your Ford Territory using either type. So don't be afraid if you get one carrier type over the one that is in the instructions. It is possible. You just have to make sure you have access to shims. I was very fortunate, thank you, Keith from Territory Offroad, to try and make this work. And it goes to show, as you can see from Cape York and everything like that, the rig did absolutely fantastic. So it is actually worth fitting a Lokka, but I'm just going to leave it at that. This was just going to be a short video just to show you guys that yes, it is absolutely possible to fit a rear Lokka. Don't necessarily rely on four-wheel drive systems, and I think they do need to update the instruction because there are two different carrier types. So hope you enjoyed that. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.